No, man. You know, we cannot be strong without knowledge and shit. Without the knowledge, we blind. We're just like Samson in the Bible. Man. Samson was strong as shit. He was wise too.
Mm-hmm.
So the snow bunny taught him out the secrets of his strength. She pussy whipping. 90-pound snow bunny. You know, that's why they say cocaine is a female. Cocaine is white, you know.
Damn, hey, dude, I'm just now really.
Go back. So Samson was strong and shit like until they plucked his eyes out. The black man was strong, you know, until they plucked their eyes out. We still strong, but we need a C&I dog, which is the more white corporate motherfuckers that's hiding behind. Sign his contract. Score 40 points a game and all that, this and that. A system of carrot and stick, reward and punishment. They control like a motherfucker. I ain't saying don't do it. Get the money. Sometimes you got to do that, you know, to get in position and shit, you know. Because you got some sharp young dudes out there that smart shit, you know. And even though they part of the system and shit, they not of the system. LeBron James. A lot of them, you know. LeBron James, one of the smartest dudes out there. I'm going to play your game and shit, get what I want, and then, you know, all I'm doing that now, I'm building my own league. One time they took their money, spent it, gave it right back to them. No, now I'm going to create wealth. I'm going to build my own league. Ice Cube, Big Three. The Big Three. He two players away from having a whole league.
Dang.
We can do all that shit, you know, if we stop and think and shit. Sometimes you get money and shit like that. You got to give up a little money and shit so you can stop and think, you know. So where's I'm going and shit? It's like a breadcrumb. Hansel and Gretel? They took the breadcrumbs, the little fairy tale they told us when we was kids. They break off the crumbs and shit and drop right there and they get you to pick them up and walk right into a trap. So sometimes you got to stop chasing money, you know, chasing the things that money can buy, you know, to think about, okay, I'm going to go up to this point. And after that, I ain't going to go no far because the trap is there. Because they're going to own you if you keep going back. And at the end of the day, they're going to stick the IRA on you like they used to do back in the days. And they still doing it.
Yeah.
You owe me money. I owe you money and shit, right? They ain't going to tell you the rules and shit until you fuck up. They're going to let you play the game and shit. They're going to wait 10 years and all that. Then they're going to come to your house, you know, with the what's called, you owe me money. Like it did Tony Braxton, TLC. Let me get everything. And the second time they did it, they had already had it packed. So take your shit away.
They the biggest extortionists, man, the government.
So we too busy partying and playing games and shit, you know. We don't like a white man called a boy, but we like to play a lot of fucking boy games, right? Instead of educating ourselves to this shit. So you can see where we're going. We got to restore their eyes back because there's a lot of little Samsons out there, strong as a motherfucker. They got a boxing, they got playing football, basketball. They amazing shit like that. But they know we can't see shit. So the 90-pound Delilah now is the old white man, corporate white man, you know, that got all the money, you know. Take you up on the penthouse suite with the balcony at nighttime. You can see the whole city, all the lights, and say, look, sign a contract and I give you whatever, you know. Like the devil, the devil did Jesus in the Bible. Took him on the mountain and say, look, follow me and I'll give you the whole world. That's what they doing in these corpus. Follow me, do what I tell you, shit, and I'll make you richer than all them other niggas. Some niggas will look up to you. They're going to envy you. They're going to see you on TV and shit.
So as I know you got this Machiavelli, the diary.
Yeah, that's the Machiavelli diary right there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So I just now, I recently just got it. Recently just, purchased it. So I see basically like a glimpse of it, Tupac. What I want to get, I ain't even gonna give out the whole book, because I hear you as a master of uh um it's what's the word I'm trying to find? Like you're a master of suspense. You're a master of suspense. Far as with your books or whatever. But I just wanted to touch on Illuminati. Do you believe that it's really Illuminati?
It's Illuminati. I'm gonna point them out to you. You see them all the time, but you didn't know. Like I said, we Samson and shit. They pluck their eyes out. We can't see. They can put it right in front of us. All right. I call them the blue tie Illuminati. Right. Just go back, get all the clips. Obama, Bush, and all of them. Even Putin sometimes. They all wear blue ties. They all wear blue ties. Every now and then they might wear a red tie. That's how you know who's the what's come. Who's part of that, whatever you want to call it, Illuminati or what.
Okay.
The blue tie. I'm gonna break it down what the blue tie means, right? The blue tie, the color blue is deceptive. You go up in the sky looking for it, look blue down here. You get in a plane, go up there, you ain't gonna see no blue. The water look blue. You jump in the water, you ain't gonna find no blue. It represents deception, making you see something that don't exist, right? So the dudes that practice deception, making you see a world that don't exist, you see them as something that they not, They symbolize that with the blue. The Foreign Affairs magazine, the political magazine that blacks don't read and shit, of all the thinkers, the policy makers, and the big wheels in there, and that's on that level, the color of the magazine is blue. Star David, blue. They let you know who is in control, really. You might see Obama in the White House, Trump, White House, Biden, White House, and all that. But they all wear blue tie, letting them know, like, and then they wear red tie. Same colors that they give you more time for when you go to court and tell you you're blood, you a crip, you in the gang. So I gotta give you 20 mil. I don't want to do it, but I gotta sock it to you. So bend over, let me kick your ass and get out of this court. Ain't that right?
Yeah, you're right. I just
they
never
pull
knew
you
that.
up. You got on blue, or you in the gang and all that. Pull Obama up. He in a gang. What do you think the United States government is? Army, the airport. They see something they want, they go in there and take it. They're in the gang. But they don't want no competition. So they got to get the Bloods, the Crips off the street. So watch it. Go back and play all the clips when you see him in public and shit. He got on a blue tie. That's the Star David.
So
and all them. That's how you know. Watch him. If they rocking that blue tie all the time, you know that they part of the blue tie Illuminati. That's what I call them.
So I see that I think the government, they don't care if you're probably a gang as long as you right wing. But I think left wing, I think they more so going to label all left, everything is terrorists or extremists or, stuff like that. And
they don't mind whatever gang you are, as long as you're in the gang. They happy that you're in the gang. So they can point to you, lock you up, and say, these are the gangsters right here. When really they the gangsters.
Facts.
They the gangsters because they extort you. You got to pay them they ain't did nothing for you. Why I got to pay you? Who the fuck is you? I'm Uncle Sam and shit. They the real gangsters.
See, we gotta learn a lot, man.
They happy for these little gangs. They happy for you to look like a pimp. You get on TV in the video, bragging about who you kill and all that shit like that. So you making it easy for them to prove to the public that you the motherfucking bad guy, you the gangster. And they get the public to help them out, help us get these niggas off the street. I recently went to a community meeting at the new shallow thing where they had the police commission in there. I'm sitting back in the audience, me and my man, listen, I already told them what they're gonna say before. And they asking them questions, what you gonna do about the crime and the violence in the neighborhood, you know? Well, we just put together a new task force, you know, to lock them up, get the violent ones. We got targets on them and all that. That's what he gonna do about stopping crime? What about the dudes that made the guns and put them in there, the drugs that flew it over here? You ain't gonna say shit about them because they your bosses. You scared of them. You think I don't know? You ain't saying nothing about them. You gonna keep the focus on these little dudes out there that y'all manipulate their puppy. They can't even cross the street without somebody holding their hand. And y'all picking on them. And that's what they do because they're cowards. If you had an heart, you'd have went to the streets and shit. Because they all the streets and shit, it's real out there.
Right.
They ain't coming out the streets. So if they got a beef with you, they gonna stick the police on you and pull you in their courtrooms. And then try to talk down to you like they that dudes, you know, to judge. You've been a bad boy. You had chances. You just, nigga, fuck you. You don't talk to me like that. You old dribble up motherfucker. You wouldn't do that, you know, if your motherfucking ancestors having raped this country.
Yeah, you're right.
Took it from the Indians, killed them off, and kidnapped us, and all. You wouldn't be in a position. Fuck you talking about. You the bad guy. So I don't let them talk to me like that. They got to shut up. Just like, let him talk. He gonna get a life sentence anyway. I was like, that's it? That's all you got?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you definitely said all that. You know?
You gotta get the fear out of it. We'll never be mad if you got fear.
Yeah, that's what when I came home, you know, I messed with the trucks and everything. So my PO, named Mr. Snyder, and this PO, I think I got the worst of the POs because this was my second time on federal paper.
We're gonna debate that one. Go ahead.
Huh?
I said we're gonna debate that later on, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna debate that? I don't know. He tough. So make a long story short, he used to keep threatening me like, I violate you, send you back to jail. Man, take me to jail. You can't dangle that over top of me. I'm not one of them guys. Like, I'm not saying like jail was fun, but I don't got no problem with it. Like, I could go anywhere, any jail, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just, I ain't one of the ones you could just dangle my freedom and say, yeah, I do this.
You better be a man in jail. Be your own man in jail and be a punk out on the streets.
Once he found out that he couldn't do me like he was getting away with it before, keep threatening and all that. Once he found out he couldn't get away with that with me, I ain't had no problem out of it. Because he used to be telling me like, you can't go to this state and do that, man. I'm doing what I gotta provide for my family straight up, and I gotta do it by any means. I'm trying to be positive. If you feel like you want to take me back to jail for this, then go it, so be it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no problem. But once they know that fear is not in you, their whole approach is different.
They respect you though.
Yeah.
They listen to you and shit like. And they talk like they got sense and shit because they know they can't do it.
Right.
But they're in the habit of doing that, and niggas let them do that, you know. But I had a story about my first probation officer, but I ain't gonna tell it, you know, because we're going in another direction and shit like. But we had it out. I had the same thing, you know, just go along. You want to stay out on the street, you've been gone a long time and shit. I took it a lot of times, you know. Let her talk, you know, and all that, this and that. It wasn't what she was saying, it was the way she's saying it, you know, too, you know. But it got to the point, right, you know, that she was, you know, let me give you an example, right? One day she called me and say, you know, I want to come see you today. Where you gonna be at 12:30? I said, I'm gonna be down on my job at the Cultural Arts Center. She said, all right, cool, you know. So 5 minutes later, she called back, where are you now? I might be close to you. I can come to you, where are you now? I said, we just agreed we're going to meet at 12:30, this and that. She was like, where are you, I'm going to come see you now from in the area, She already know where I am. She already knows. She used to call me, be sitting out in front of the house and see if I'm alive. So she did that before. So I know they know where I am. Mm-hmm. They got spies. Mm-hmm. They're telling them everything so they can get the welfare check. So, she was like, where are you and all that? Give me an address, I said, I don't know the address. Was described. I said, look, woman, you can't come to these people's houses. Why I can't come to the people's houses? I said, because they don't like people like you. Yeah. If you come to these people's houses, they're going to fuck you up. If you come down the street, shit, that's the type of neighborhood, Uh-huh. So she was like, I ain't coming. I know you ain't coming. I'm not telling you these people addresses. Ain't none of your business.
Right.
So I said, I'll tell you what. I'm going to walk up to the store because I was planning to go to the store anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give you an intersection. You can meet me up at the store.
Right.
She was like, okay, I'll do that, Right. So I get up there. She was like, oh, yeah, that's good. I'm like 5 minutes away. I get up there. I walked up there. She ain't there. So I called her. I waited a minute. Where you at? She said, I'm on my way. I said, you was like 5 minutes away. Then she said, I was 5 miles. I didn't say that, I know what she said. And I said, whatever, I'm right here. She said, I'll be there in a minute. So when she pulled up, get out the car, right? She was like, said something like, look, you told me you was here. I said, look, you told me that you switched up and all that. I was like, I don't play no fucking games and shit like that. You want to play the cat mouse game? I ain't doing a motherfucking thing. If I am, let the police catch me. Mm-hmm. All this shit, tell me where you is and this address and shit. I don't play no games with nobody. She was like, calm the fuck down. I was like, you calm the fuck down. Got right up on it. And she's real like, oh shit, this shit is real. She jumped in the car and pulled off, Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll talk to you another time. I was like, you ain't gonna talk to me no more time. So I know how they operate, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot do nothing and wait for them to file a report because that's all they have to go on. You up shit creek. So as soon as it happened, I went down there. I want to see a supervisor. Get somebody down here. Supervisors and all. She was gone that day. You having a problem with her? You can't bluff me. They ain't trying to put me back in jail. That shit costs money. They ain't gonna put me back in jail for some bullshit like that.
Right.
I'm 5 minutes late on a call and shit. You was supposed to call. It might be 9:05. Mm-hmm. She told me to call. She gonna try to lecture me on that? Look, woman, I'm on the phone and shit. You want to talk? Talk. I want to hear no shit about 5 calls. She feeling somebody out like she kept doing it, like, some buttons to press. Ain't no buttons you can press with me, miss.
Right.
I just did 31 years. The most they can do is put me back in 3 or 4 years and shit like that. That ain't shit.
Still a gangster. Still a gangster, man. Street power. He come with that street power.
That's right.
Yeah. Street power.
Because we got more heart than they do.
Yeah. Facts.
Even in our ignorance and our blindness, we still got more heart than them.
I say that about and we look up to a lot of them guys, all these Italian guys, the Al Capones. We name our kids, they rat names, all these different so-called mobsters, the Italian mobsters, and of course, they probably did them in a certain way. But I think that us as blacks, we got way more heart. Like, we adopted a lot of their ways, shooting in the back of the head, your homeboy, he don't even know it's coming in the back of the car. You know what I'm saying? We adopted a lot of them wicked ways, I think, but I still think that black people, we got way more heart than them and everything to be trying to mimic a lot of their stuff, and but I guess Hollywood did that a little bit too. But
right,
that's
and they
another
go
story.
back to what I said, the Samson syndrome. We
Mm-hmm.
can't see it.
Yeah.
We can't see it. We got more heart than them.
Yeah.
We got more swag. We got more mother wit than they do.
Fuck yeah.
Creativity. But we don't do it because we let them trick us.
Mm-hmm.
Bamboos. We blind. When they pluck your eyes out, you can't see shit. We blind. That's our mission, is to restore their eyes. We got to be like doctors, eye doctors, and heal this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Make it so clear that anybody can see it.
Anybody
can see it. Explain that shit. That politics and all that. Rip that shit up. Like with Machiavelli, 500 years ago, he wrote the first book, honest book about politics. When you read Aristotle and all them books, they use words and shit like that to throw you off. When you go to Harvard, Yale, them textbooks in political class, John Kennedy School of Politics, Harvard, they use words and shit in a way to throw you off. But Machiavelli, that's why he got the most powerful book. It's only 100 pages long.
Right.
He ain't putting no motherfucking sugar on it and shit, And all the motherfucking politicians and con artists and shit, they read that book. They read that book and shit like it.
Dang.
That's how we gotta be clear with the shit. And you gotta explain all that stuff to them so they can understand. It ain't hard to understand. They make it hard to understand because they diamonds and they gold reputation and all that is so bright that it blinds you. It's like the sun. Can you look at the sun for 1 minute?
Not at all.
You're gonna turn your head.
20 seconds.
That's the same way with all these motherfucking icons, all these motherfucking politicians, the Pope and all them, the Queen and all them. People come in their presence, they look because they don't want them to see their inadequacy. Nigga feel the inferiority complex when he go in a mansion, his marble floor, motherfucker got Bentleys and shit like that. Nigga feel inadequate because he don't have the material things. He loses confidence, start to stutter in the presence, not only the Pope and shit, but the motherfuckers stars, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Beyonce. But I watched them grow up. I watched them when they went through that stage.
Right.
Snoop Dogg and all of them.
So when you was in, you studied law, like you was trying to, I know you was in there trying to fight that shit off. You was doing a lot of your own law work?
Most definitely. I ain't trust no lawyers. You better do your own,
And you was doing law work for others?
No, I did it every now and then, but I didn't have no law practice and shit because I had no faith in law. I wasn't gonna put too much into it, because I seen when I went in there, Lewisburg, the guy, good man and all, named Billy Bryant. He was in there for killing a couple FBI agents and shit. And when I first went in there, he was in the 50s, relatively young. When they called the move, he would be taking 2 or 3 steps to get up their law library. He knew he wasn't going home, but he was helping other people, right? And so I left. That was in 92. I left in 94. Went to Allenwood, Lee County, back to Allenwood, somewhere else, and then they sent me. I went to Atlanta too, And then finally in 2003, which is damn near 10 years later, they sent me back. I see Billy Bryant in the wheelchair.
Dang.
Billy Bryant got all these motions and shit that he wrote stacks of it that didn't get him out of jail. I was like, Billy Bryant could have wrote some books and shit like that, made some money and helped somebody, put that knowledge out there.
Yeah, facts.
All these motherfuckers, they trick you into thinking that, that you almost beat us, but you didn't dot that I or cross that T and shit like that. So you go back and say, I'm gonna make sure, and then they're gonna find something else you did that you know that you did wrong, so they don't have to give it to you. It's a game, man. I'll be damned if they're gonna take up 30 years or whatever my time, you know, playing games with me like that. So I'm gonna do something worthwhile, write some books and stuff like that.
So you say you wrote 15 books?
I got like 15 books, yeah.
So are you are all of them available on Amazon? Or like you brung some of them to surface, or some of them still written but ain't published? Like how is it?
3 of them are published. One is about to be published in a couple of weeks. No Corner for Old Niggas. And
what's that one called again? No what?
No Corner for Old Niggas.
Okay. No Corner for Old Niggas. Okay.
Right. Because there ain't no corners out there for old niggas after they did 20, 30 years come back out there.
Yeah.
They got some holes in the ground for motherfuckers, but they ain't got no corners for them.
Yeah.
How do niggas think they're gonna go back
I like
out
that
there
title.
and pick up and shit?
I like that title. That's mean. I like that.
All right. And then I got 3 published, one about to be published in a couple of weeks. All right. And then I got about 12 more, you know, that's in manuscript form, unpublished.
Okay.
They're already written. You know, I just got to get around to them.
And let me ask you, how you get into like the plays, the playwriting and all that?
Well, I wrote some plays. We were doing entertainment in the jail, you know. We have to create our own activity. Other than that, they're going to give you basketball and football and shit. Right? So we had comedians. We had writers. We had rappers. I got a call from one of my rappers in Pittsburgh today. We talked, laughing. First time we talked since I've been home, you know. So we used to have rappers, artists in there.
Right.
We used to have a little room, it'd be packed. Every Monday we had a show. We'd improvise and come up with concepts and stuff like that. We had the Maury Povich show. We had Jerry Springer, you know. We had the annual BOP, not BET, but BOP. That's the Bureau of Prisons. We had that award show, you know. We had categories. We presented, you know, we was having fun.
Ain't nobody more creative than the guys in the joint, man. The guys in the joint,
nobody.
If they would have just probably took a different turn, they would be big dogs from Yale, Harvard, Spelman, like all the prestigious schools. They would be the top lawyers. They would be the top entertainers. They would be the top, man. Them guys in prison, man. They will make clothes out of the grays and stuff that look like designer. Like people in prison, they got to be. That's the sharpest industry, man. That's where all the sharp people at.
They got time to think. See, out here they ain't gonna let you think and shit like that because they ain't gonna pay you enough for you to take any time off. They're gonna pay you, so you're gonna have to keep working and shit. If you working and shit, you ain't got time for yourself, so you can't think. You can't come up, and you can't really figure out the system, how you get robbed and all that shit. That's a strategy and shit. And the reason them people that on top and all the weasels and shit, they don't want to compete with the dude in the jail. On pure wits and all that, they can't compete with him. So what they do, they keep them ignorant and shit. You know, send them in that direction, you know. And they misdirect us and shit. We thinking they goodwill. Our parents listen to the teachers. Social workers knock on your door and all that shit.
Right.
You know, knock on your door. You go answer the door. It's a white woman or man on the steps and shit. You got a son named Little Bobby? Yeah, that's my son. Well, your son ain't doing too good in school. Can I come in and talk to you? Yeah, come on in and shit. They looking around, then they get in there. Can I use the bathroom? Yeah, go down the hall to the left. They go in the bathroom, lock the door, they search and shit, you know, all behind the medical staff. They think they coming out with some dope and shit. They call the police, everybody locked up. But you let them in the house. They don't let us in our house, their houses.
Mean.
They don't let us in our houses. They don't come to us anyway. You know, you ever see the white person, you know, with a black psychiatrist?
No, not that I know of.
But every black person with a psychiatrist is white.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with us? That's what I'm saying, man. We got to get our eyes back and see this shit right in the face. We talk about how smart, we brag about how smart we was. We sold this drugs, you know, we fucked every girl in the hood and all that shit niggas brag about in the jail. Instead of being over to school and shit, educate your ass to the people that's really keeping you in check.
Right.
You think that girl that left you is your enemy. You mad as shit at her. I told you a story about I'm walking around the yard, nigga going on and on for an hour. You know, I really don't want to hear this shit, you know, but I was being nice.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't take it no more. Finally, you know, he's talking about this bitch, my wife, she a whore, this, can't stand that bitch need to be dead, this, that, and other thing, right? So I feel I gotta stop this shit. This nigga killing me. So I was like, man, how long you been locked up? Why?
Yeah.
10 years. Why? You know, you a fucking punk, you know. You a punk. You fragile, nigga. You still tripping about that shit, you know?
Yeah.
If a girl leave me that day, you know, I might be fucked up, you know, damn, she left me, you know. Motherfucker, you know, and all that. The next day, I'm back.
Yeah.
And you know what I do though? I tell myself, man, you know, I don't own her. We torture ourselves with the wrong thoughts. I don't own her. That's our life and shit. What I want to bring her in here with me, because I can't get no pussy. She can't get no dick. I'm on the phone every chance I get. Instead of calling my lawyer, I'm calling her. Where was you last night?
Yeah.
I got spies out there. My buddies, they telling me shit. It was a Bentley parked in front of your house all night.
Yeah.
You know? But tell me a motherfucking case is gonna get me out the jail, nigga.
Yeah.
We worrying about the wrong things, man. Too much value on shit like that. You know? We proud about the wrong thing. We brag about our girls. We pay them not to cheat on. I know she ain't cheat on me, man. I just bought a diamond ring, you know, this and that. You know, bragging to your man, you know.
Mm-hmm. She
loved me too. All of them love me. You spend a fortune just to maintain them. They ain't even got to work. You